And we are live.
We're not live, this is a pre-recorded video.
Every single time. Woo! Okay, so on today's new series that we just started, I am going to explain modern hip-hop lyrics and songs to Zakiyya.
Oh, is that how we're wording it now?
That's how we're wording it now, because the way I said it early on was pretty offensive.
A little bit. But you came up with the 80's baby thing. I just made it, so we'll go with that. So Millennial translates music video to... No, what are you?
Millennial translates music
I'm
videos.
Millennial.
Millennial translates music videos to 80's baby. Cool.
I put into both. Okay, that was flow.
It's modern hip hop. Alright.
Sniper the blicky, the blicky, the blicky, the blicky. Suck my dick. Whoop-dee. Now niggas thinking they loopy. You a dick riding groupie. They looking at me like I'm Tunchi. Put these niggas in their place. Hit them with the Drake. Slime like 2C.
Boom. So, immediately you've got a lot to understand here. So this rapper right here is a Chicago rapper by the name of 22G's. He is the head of a sect of gangs called Sniper Gang.
Ooh,
This little guy. He's the head of a sect of gangs.
He's like 12.
He's like early 20s. His gang is the Choo Gang. So there's the Choo Gang and the Wu Gang.
The Wu and the Choo isn't quite as simple as the Bloods and Crips beefs of Los Angeles, because both the Wu and the Choo are actually quite large umbrella organizations composed of many smaller gang sets of various backgrounds.
And the two street gangs that I'm referring to in this case are called Wu and Cho. They're actually umbrella groups. Each consists of a number of other loosely affiliated gangs that work together to form Wu and Cho.
Pop Smoke was a member of the Wu Gang. So the Cho and the Wu argue all the time. And the Cho Gang is made up of a series of different gangs, like Gangsta Disciples and like a couple of Crips and a couple of Bloods and all that kind of stuff. So his whole thing is that he makes money off of like the music business so that he can pay to bail off like his mates. And he actually committed like a straight up murder and went to trial for like 2 years and almost went to prison, and his lawyer got out of it, and he raps about how his lawyer will get him out of cases. So this song is in response to a rapper called CJ pretending to be a gangster. He made this song called Whoopty. Now when Bloods say hello to each other, they go Whoopty, but it's a big deal because if you're not a gangster, you don't do gangster shit, alright?
You stole the phrase whoopty from the Bloodhound Brim Bloods.
Whoopty was founded by my brother La Brim, right?
What is Whoopty?
Whoopty is it's like a gang call, right? It's a word that a gang uses.
So this guy is calling out the fact that that guy is trying to steal all of this dude's shit because this guy's a legitimate gangster. And this song is his way of intimidating this dude. That's why he's calling him a goofy.
Little niggas wanna race, pull up in a rape, hit him in his hoopty. Spooky, turn this shit into a movie. Niggas wanna be like Tutu, cause I'm the one like 2-3.
Niggas wanna be like Tutu. People wanna be like him, 22G's. But I'm the one like 2-3. I'm the number one like Michael Jordan, who wore the number 23.
Oh, wow.
22Gs.
How am I supposed to know that?
That's a lot. And now you're gonna hear a bunch of different phrases. For example, blicky. Well, blicky is a gun. Like your blick, it's your gun.
That makes sense.
And then Draco is an AK-47. Or if they say the Drake, that's the AK-47.
Niggas run up in your casa with the revolver, blow out your mata. Now you niggas saying mata? Lil
Oh, why would you? That's not...
Niggas run into your casa, your house, with the revolver, blow up your mata. Mata means head. In, I think, Spanish.
Mata means kill.
Okay. Okay, we'll run with that.
nigga never heard a chopper. Sounding like a helicopter. Leave a nigga like Hoff.
Chopper is another word for an AK-47. What he's commenting on right now is the fact that this other rapper, CJ, is making a noise saying that that's what a chopper sounds like, but he's sounding like a helicopter, which means he's never actually heard an AK-47 go off. So the idea is when they go, that's a realistic sound of like an AK-47.
Oh.
Because they'll go, like.
Now I know what's so funny when I listen to like hip hop and I'm in my whole abaya and I'm in my car and it's really loud and people like, you know? Okay, so when we at home making breakfast and we have some gangster shit playing in the background, it's real. Okay.
Heard he not even whoopty. Smoke a nigga like a Lucy. I'm the general, salute me. Niggas capping, don't move me.
Heard he not even whoopty. So this guy CJ, who had this song called Whoopty, which is a phrase that Blood's saying, he just heard that this guy's not even a real Blood, but he's saying Whoopty.
So essentially gangsters went from the street to the internet, and this is how one of the ways in which they fight.
Well, this is the way that they diss each other, but here's the super interesting thing, right? If you're a rapper who's a gang rapper, you now become the figurehead for the gang. So you are seen as the top guy, which means, and even you and your gang, it might be you and 30 niggas, somebody in your crew of 30 is gonna commit a murder. And people are gonna come for you, not for that nigga, because you're the head of the gang. And that's why all these motherfuckers go down. King Von, FBG, Duck, like all of these dudes get like shot because they're the head. That's why Lil Durk had to move out of the hood.
She don't live in Chicago anymore. This is something I've always told a lot of Chicago artists I've interviewed is like, why don't you move out? And most of them don't, but you actually took the step and moved out.
Yeah, had to. I stayed in the line. Yeah, it was just the whole violence thing going on. They stopping the shows and it would start fucking with your money. You start adding it up like, damn, hold on. Ain't nobody gonna help you. Ain't nobody gonna give you no money.
Because everywhere here, people think you back in the trenches, you back in the field, they're coming for you.
So a couple of things. If he's making money off those videos, why doesn't he expand it into business and change the narrative? I know you don't want to go deep, but also, how much money is he making off of? Is he signed to a record label? Is he making money off the socials? How is he making his money? Because this video looks.
A good example is Lil Durk, right? Lil Durk actually took all of the money that he was making off of the gangster raps, and he actually bought legitimate real estate, legitimate logistical businesses, and he's doing like serious business.
Truckings.
What?
Trucks.
Trucks?
Yeah, like 18-wheelers.
What?
Restaurants. We got
What's with the
18-wheelers.
18-wheelers?
What do you mean?
Like, what do you mean you got 18-wheelers?
Trucks, like that transport, like packages from stores.
Kodak said that too. What's with the 18-wheelers? Like, how do you get into 18-wheeler transport? Like, what's the
you
business?
you just buy the trucks and you get contracts from like Amazon, or you'll get contracts with like Walmart. And so if they need something from this state to that, whatever it is.
But how do you get into that? Like, that's so random.
You gotta have the contracts. Like, you gotta have relationships. You gotta know people. Everything.
So he was a person who was able to kind of switch the narrative, and he had to leave his hood. He doesn't go back to O-Block because he knows that he'll sink down. You know what I'm saying? Because the hood is what gets these people killed. That's why 50 got out. You know, 50, Snoop Dogg, all of them got out of the hood.
I just don't know why people are chastised for leaving the hood. Like, why should you stay there? It's like, oh no, you forgot where you came from. You're like, yo, if I go back there, I'm gonna die.
The problem is, if everybody leaves the hood stays shit.
What are those bullets?
So
That's not a normal bullet.
Holy shit, those are hollow tips. Do you know what a hollow tip is?
Remind me.
So hollow tip bullets, when they hit you, they splinter into multiple pieces. So there's lots of shrapnel, which means that there's a lot higher of a chance of you dying. Because when one bullet goes and it stays one bullet, they pull out one thing. But if there's tons of shrapnel, it's going into different areas, and that's why people end up with shrapnel inside of their things. So hollow points are to create the most vicious, like, you're trying to kill a person, and you're trying to make it painful for them. If you shoot them in the stomach, it's not a clean entry in and out. You mess up their intestines forever.
Can I get like 2 points for spotting that or something?
Yeah, no, shout out. Holy shit. So now this is the part where the song gets way more sinister.
Twirl, twirl.
movie?
Oh yeah.
I know killers said they first photo shoot when they took 'em up.
Let's start right
I
there.
know killers what?
I know killers who took their first photo shoot when they took a mug. I know niggas who their whole life nobody's ever taken a picture of them until they did some shit. Dog. That's reality for this motherfucker.
Fair enough.
That's right. They never went to no school. They've been trapping since they were 13. Niggas like 2G's, he's been trapping since he was 12, 13. His dad trapped. His grandfather trapped. That's all he knows. He knows the streets. But yeah.
The first, that's deep. Keep going.
Stolen Nissan filled with blicky snipers trailing just because. Brand new glizzy stuffed the 50. Put this F and hold it up. Catch him slipping, drop the window, split his mouth out with a slug.
I'm slipping. I caught him like without a gun. We dropped the window and we shot him.
A hit boost my adrenaline. I love the smell of blood.
I love the smell of blood. Nah, come on.
Listen to that. Do a hit boost my adrenaline. I love the smell of blood. See how sinister this gets at this point? That's when you realize these guys are fucking killers, dude. Like, these guys are actually like, wow. They're completely desensitized to the violence.
He ain't even see my little stepper pop right up out the cup.
He didn't even see my little nigga pop right up out the club. So he never saw my nigga just pop up and like shoot at him. So what they have is they have little steppers, which means you're a young guy in the gang, you go out and you commit murders for me. So what they'll do is, especially these guys, the top rappers, if somebody wrongs them, they'll go with the stepper to the place and make that guy kill him. Like, that's what happened with King Von. King Von...
He goes away and allegedly gets his homie Michael Wade, aka Big Mike. Now, Big Mike later told the police that he had gone to this party with King Von with the intention of acting as muscle for Von, who had planned to confront the person who had been mean mugging him. And when Von and Big Mike got back to the party around 45 minutes later, they parked up in an alleyway. Allegedly, at this point, they both got out with loaded guns and proceeded to the front porch of the property where they opened fire on Malcolm Stuckey and the two other men.
And then they ended up both getting arrested. That guy tried to testify. He testified for maybe 2 weeks. But King Von was so connected because King Von is a third generation gangster. So he was so connected in prison. In prison, he was like a prince. So this dude rather took a 20-year stint than snitching on King Von.
But the trial didn't go exactly as the prosecutors were expecting. Now, it had turned out that Big Mike had indeed cut a deal with the feds to flip on Von and try and pin the murder charge on him. But in an explosive last-minute twist, Mike reneged on the deal and refused to spill the beans on his slime. As a result, the court ended up finding Mike guilty, with the judge slapping a hefty additional sentence on Mike as punishment, with Mike reportedly getting 16 years just for the murder and another 12 purely for punishment for backing out of the snitch deal. 28 years in total. But
because he knew if I snitched on him, I'm dead. I'm dead in jail. So he took 20 fucking years. Teenage kid, like 19, 20. He took 20 fucking years. He's gonna come out a 40-year-old man for another nigga. Woo! The life, huh?
Pass that Zaza, yeah, that's dead niggas. We rolled up in a blunt and get stuck up.
What's that?
Pass that joint, yeah, that's dead niggas we rolled up in a blunt. So the phrase.
But no, hold on now. The phrase is that we're smoking dead people.
Yes, that's the so it started with there was this guy called Tuka, and they killed Tuka, and in honor. So basically, there's a theory that when Tupac died, his friends rolled his ashes into a blunt and they smoked him. So in honor of Tuka's friends said, you know, we're smoking on that Tuka. But then the ops would say, yeah, we smoked on that Tuka because they killed him. So now the phrase that you say when you're smoking on your ops is that, like, you know, you murder them, so now you're smoking on them in blunts.
Yo, this is, just say that, man. Just say that.
Been no yams, but I can't front, I did some months. Kodak in and out that gym, when he come home, we going up. He got diamonds.
Wait,
So,
Donald Trump pardoned one of them, why?
So Kodak Black, the head of their label, was pardoned by Donald Trump. He got caught on the 3 strikes law, and he had a gun in a state where he wasn't legally allowed to have a gun. But because it was his 3rd strike, they gave him 5 years, which is absurd. So a whole bunch of people petitioned and eventually got to Donald Trump, and then Donald Trump pardoned him on his last day. Because all presidents in America on their last day, they pardon people. Like, that's what they do. Hook up your bras, couple people in jail.
He got diamonds and they dancing to 11. Give it up. We the ones with all the guns and all the funds and all the runs. All them op niggas linked up. Who gives a fuck? Still gon' get plucked. Hollows bust a nigga. Tell me tryna spill a nigga guts. Bourbon's tinted, twirl is spinning. Set us up, you know it's stuck. Niggas stealing all my drip. It's time to get it back in blood. It's time to get it back in blood. Nigga pull up to my show. He getting hit inside the.
Woo! Woo! Niggas stealing all my drip, it's time to get it back in blood. You stealing my swag, so I'ma fucking murder you.
How
Holy
do you steal?
shit.
How do you steal somebody's swag?
Because the guy was using the same phrases that he was using. He was dressing with him, he was doing the whole gangster thing, and he was like, you guys are all copying my thing. Because 22G's is one of the guys who started Chicago drill rap. Before drill was just the UK, and then 22G started Chicago drill rap, and then Pop Smoke like revolutionized it and made it huge by making like "Welcome to Chicago" and like everything off of that last album that he just did, which his name is gonna pop up here because I've forgotten it. But like he was the originator. So now whenever people are trying to come in on this drill shit and they're doing it wrong and everything, it's like, what the fuck, bro? You're copying my shit. And the guy was using the same phrases as him. He was pretending to be a gangster. That's a very serious thing. You can't pretend to be no gangster. Niggas die over that kind of shit. So yeah.
Okay, so I have listened very carefully and I understand, and I think that this, what's his name?
22G's.
22G's age is showing. Because as a leader, as somebody who's not responsible for other people, you're responsible for how you react and how much of energy you give something. Excuse me. So, here's the thing. Okay, so you said his accolades are real. Okay, guess what? Everybody can dance all around you and you choose whether you care or not. He's making him relevant by doing a whole song and giving it so much of energy. I think if somebody's really a cardboard gangster, well, that's what we would call them, okay, leave them then.
He also killed the guy's friend.
Oh, why?
Yeah, I killed the O's, bro. Because they couldn't get to the
what?
They looked at the O's social media videos and they saw the bra and they could get to him, so they killed him.
Well, I mean,
for making a music video. Realize that. They killed a person for making a music video.
That's just unfair. They forgot how to play nice. Like, they're not fighting over feeding people and all of that. And while some of this stuff is noble, if the real reason that he made this whole video is just to retaliate at somebody, I want to question whether that person that's faking it is actually faking it.
Oh no, that guy definitely is. He's an industry plant. He has relatives. CJ has relatives who have worked in like, according to what I've heard, he has relatives who have worked in the music industry for years. They planted him quite nicely. The beat that he used was actually a beat from a Pop Smoke song called Exposing Me, and then using his industry connections, he got that song basically wiped off of Spotify, Apple Music, and then taken off of YouTube, so that the only time the beat was used was when he used it. And CJ hasn't made a follow-up song. He's not like a rapper. He just clung onto this thing called Whoopty. And also another thing that wasn't cool was he made something that was very much an in-gang thing, like a fun thing that people were saying. So people would just go whoopty, but like you don't do that. That's what bloods say to each other. So now you've got like, little white girls going whoopty, like, and all this kind of shit, like, that's gonna piss bloods the fuck off. And I always say this, it is hard hiding from one nigga. Imagine hiding from all niggas. Imagine hiding from every single blood. They're all like, that's a fake gangster. When I see that nigga, I'm gonna kill him. Why? Because I kill people.
And you don't get to say that you do and you don't. So.
But anyway, that's our reaction to 22G's Goofy Back in Blood. I hope you learned a little thing in this video right here. I hope you learned a little something in this video right here. I know a lot more about this shit than I realistically should. And yeah, you should be able to check another video right here, right? Specifically.
I was scared you were gonna look. Oh next.
Oh my god.